Hello, fellow financial freedom fighters, and welcome to the question of, would you like to be the bank? Wouldn't that be fantastic? Well, you can. You can completely be the bank, but how much do they really make? Do you really want to be the bank? You might. So I'm going to use a basic mortgage calculator. You can use any of them. It really doesn't matter. Our goal is to find out how productive they really are. And you'll find out that most people don't even know this on their own mortgage. They don't even know how it works and or how much they're actually paying for their real estate. So let's go ahead and go with the terms that I have right here. And we're going to go into the breakdown of those terms. So a $300,000 building with $30,000 down at 7% for 30 years would be a payment of $2,182 a month. That does not include taxes and insurance, folks. But what is the principal and interest payment? Because that's what this is really about, right? Well, they give this little breakdown here. I don't know if this all adds up, except for the PMI. The PNI, $1,796. That's $1,800 a month is just the mortgage payment on that $2,182. So that PNI is just $1,800. So your mortgage payment is really $1,800. Maybe I misspoke, but $1,800 is your mortgage payment. Now, this graph I absolutely love if you want to learn something about your mortgage, because if you look here, your first couple of payments or your first payment, you are literally giving away, it looks like two payments there. You're literally giving away almost over $3,000 in interest over your first 2 months. And as you go forward, do you notice how your principal is very low and the interest is extremely high? Do you see how that works? I mean, I love this thing because it's just like, wow, look at all that money you're just dumping away. And the 60-month mark is really kind of like the threshold. That's where the bank has really maximized. If you buy a $300,000 house at 7%, that bank's going to make $100,000 in 60 months. $100,000 of your money. Could you imagine better things to do with $100,000? Absolutely, you could. Because in this case, you'd only pay off $16,000 of your actual principal. That's your max gain. Not pretty. So let's take a look at the overall. Your total interest payments are going to be $376,000 on $300,000. Wow. So you're going to pay for the house twice, over twice. And your very first payment is going to be almost $1,600 of interest and $221 of principal. Wow, you've got a long ways to go. And if we jump to the 60th month, not a lot has changed. 60 months and nothing has changed. So folks, here's where I want to give you the perspective. The perspective is when you see people buy a new home and they're hoping it appreciates or they hope the value goes up, because 60 months later, they have not created hardly any equity. Remember, they put 30 grand down. They're only at 255. That literally means they've only paid it down 15 grand or 25 grand. That's nothing in 5-something years. That barely covers the realtor costs. 6% of 300,000 and closing costs. You'd break even. That's not including repairs. That's not including updates. That's not including things that you've paid out for that building. This is absolutely incredible when you look at it this way. There is a strategy, literally, to pay off your personal home in half the time if that interests you. So message me, we will get you to that. Now, this is based on single family homes. So watch this. What if we do it on an investment property, right? Let's take a look at an investment property. So this is a $1 million loan. Now, they didn't have the exact terms in there, so I did a 15-year. Usually it's 20, but we'll base it on 15. At 8%, let's get that interest rate a little bit higher, right? So your payment would be $8,600 for that investment property, okay? And you can use this calculator. You can see the bank is, wait a minute, wait a minute, the bank is not coming out with the massive difference of the other loan? What? How? Doesn't make any sense. This thing broken? Let's check. The loan amount's 900,000. We put 100 grand down, right? Now we're only putting 10% down. Most investors put 20%. I put 10% down. I have the knowledge to know how to do that and have the resources. So why is this huge payments gaining in such a different way? Where's our 60-month mark here? So in 60 months, we've paid 200,000 off the principal. So they've made 130 total, but our gain is much more because we're paying much more. Absolutely. Now here's the game kicking question. Oh, it's because you're paying more, Brandon. Absolutely. Am I paying that? Nope. See, that homeowner on that 300,000 that they pay every payment and they gave away 100 grand. In this case, I gave away some interest to an investing partner from the institution that I'm working with. See, I want them to make money too, so they lend me more money. The game is completely different. And look at that. In 60 months, I've created $200,000 in my $1 million property at 8%. That's massive, folks. Look at the difference. 6,000 in interest. They got to make money too. They're putting up the 900,000. But the principal, I'm getting that in gain and I'm not paying it. That's gain each month. Let's take a look at 60 months. There it is. We're not paying 6,000 anymore. We literally gained in 60 months, over the course of 60 months, basically $1,200 back towards more principal. Because we're on that 15-year. We're on a shorter time span. Now, interest rates adjust, so you got to know how your commercial loans work. You got to have knowledge in this space. What I'm saying, folks, is look at the advancement. Come much quickly you're growing, where people think, oh, I'm going to buy a single-family home, get a 30-year mortgage, and rent it. Yeah, go ahead. Good luck to you on that. Folks, if you like this demonstration, if you see how becoming a bank, okay, maybe getting a property like this and selling it to someone else and you become the bank, maybe that's your advantage. Maybe you'd like to pay your personal mortgage off in half the time and utilize equity to buy investment properties. Maybe that interests you. Message me. Let's get to some events so that we can take a look at what our opportunities are to use our knowledge network and resources. Folks, thanks for joining me. Go out there and create wealth.